well, I really like you, and I would tell you if I didn't. And by the way, I think at a certain point, everyone will. I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy. A lot of people have asked me for pardons. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years.
Just weeks after Diddy was sentenced, TMZ reported that his lawyers had reached out to Trump, seeking a pardon. According to White House reports, Trump seriously considered it. But in a recent New York Times interview, Trump made it clear, Diddy won't be getting a pardon. Their friendship has ended. And the real reason, well, it involves 50 Cent again.
He was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think some people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, that relationship busted up. From what I read, I don't know, he didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. You know, it's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So it's not a popularity contest. So, I don't know, I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
Diddy has been close with several U.S. presidents, Obama, Bill Clinton, and even Trump, and has been photographed at their events. Why such close ties? According to Gone Deal, Diddy was always looking for leverage. You don't ask a former president for a pardon unless you genuinely believe you have influence. It's not a casual call, it's a calculated move based on the value of the relationship.
And I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool. And I want to apologize. I ain't trying to make you look bad or nothing like that, but I'm just so cool.
We wear a t-shirt. I tell you, if he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing, he'd be sweating just like me.
The guy's good. The guy's good, y'all. Let's give it up for him.
I appreciate you guys.
Peace.
Diddy's friendship with Trump went back even further. He supported Trump through his first presidential campaign. After Diddy's arrest, Trump publicly stated that he believed in Diddy's innocence and would look into the matter. This was in August, long before Diddy had even requested a pardon.
President Trump now clarifies his comments during an interview with Newsmax on August 1st.
Sean Diddy Combs.
Right.
Would you consider pardoning him?
Well, he was essentially, I guess, sort of half innocent.
Yes.
I don't know what they do. He's still in jail or something. But he was celebrating a victory, but he seems, I guess it wasn't as good as a victory. Probably, you know, I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great. And seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well. But when I ran for office, he was very hostile.
He said some not so nice things about you, sir.
Yeah, and it's hard, you know, like you, we're human beings.
Right.
And we don't like to have things cloud our judgment, right? But when you knew someone and you were fine, and then you run for office, and he made some terrible statements. So, I don't know, it's more difficult. It makes it more, I'm being honest, it makes it more difficult to do.
But more likely a no for Combs, it sounds like.
So.
It's wild that Diddy ever thought he could get away with his crimes. Apparently, he was so confident that Trump would pardon him that he bragged to fellow inmates at Fort Dix, saying it was only a matter of time before he got out. He acted like he had Trump wrapped around his finger. Talk about overconfidence.
People that don't know when to shut the hell up. Now look, it's this Diddy thing. Look what he's saying now. Diddy been running around Fort Dix, bragging about Trump supposed to be pardoning him early next year. This is what he's telling the inmates. But I'm gonna tell you why he's telling them that. And I don't like it. See, Diddy think he's slick. See, Diddy know they on his ass. And he trying to figure out between washing clothes and all this other shit, trying to figure out how he can stay cool and stay protected. Well, this is why. This is how. What if I told you sources inside the prison are telling us Diddy is letting fellow inmates know he will take care of them? Why? Because he wants them off his and he's gonna do that when he's pardoned and set free. So you kind of feel me where this is going. Lucky for Diddy, he don't know when to shut up because he may have had a chance to have a pardon if he would shut the hell up. Now, if Trump was gonna pardon him in early 2026, that's over now because he done put it all out there to the world instead of just keeping quiet. What if I told you?
TMZ reported that Diddy had been bragging about his closeness with Trump and how the former president would get him out. But when 50 Cent caught wind of it, he was furious. No one dislikes Diddy more than 50, and he made it his mission to ensure Diddy wouldn't receive a pardon. He flooded social media, tagging Trump and urging him not to grant one.
Diddy had been photographed with Trump over the years. There was some sort of relationship there. President Trump even called him a good friend on a 2012 episode of his TV show The Apprentice. Problem is, some comments Diddy made about Trump in recent years as Diddy really entered the political realm. There's a video where he's speaking to radio host Charlemagne saying, if Trump gets elected, I really do believe in my heart there'll be a race war. In another video on Revolt, he says white men like Trump need to be banished. And by the way, you know who's not letting anyone forget this? Combs' rival 50 Cent. Took to social media recently, wrote, see, Trump don't like S like this, buddy. You run your mouth too much. And Donald doesn't take well to disrespect and doesn't forget who chooses to go against him. While working tirelessly to make America great again, there is no room for distraction. He would consider pardoning anyone who was being mistreated, not Puff Daddy. And let me tell you, the idea of Trump pardoning Diddy is not getting a ton of love out there.
Around the same time, Diddy's team confirmed that he had spoken directly with President Trump. When someone at Diddy's level publicly admits to this, it usually signals confidence, that either the conversation went well or that it could be spun to look favorable.
Combs' attorneys gives her first interview since his conviction last month, and she's giving an answer to what's been largely speculated about. Will Diddy get a pardon? Watch.
Have people in Sean Combs' orbit, have they had conversations with the Trump administration?
Yes. My understanding is that we have reached out.
Reached out is one thing, having a conversation is another. Do you know if there have been active conversations about a pardon?
Yes, it's my understanding that we've reached out and had conversations in reference to a pardon.
President Trump, when he was asked about this pardon, he said, quote, I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great, and he seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well, but when I ran for office, he was very hostile. And the president indicated that a pardon is likely not on the table because of that break in his relationship with Mr. Combs years ago. How is he feeling now about the chances of a pardon given the president's commentary?
I think that Mr. Combs is a very hopeful person, and I believe that he remains hopeful.
Ironically, the biggest obstacle in Diddy's way wasn't even his legal troubles. It was 50 Cent. 50 knew that the key to stopping Diddy was making sure the trial received maximum public attention. With the world watching, Diddy couldn't pull any of his usual moves behind the scenes.
But he's going to have to go through the process first, because I don't think Trump is going to show him any special favors for him not going through the process. So if Trump said that he may pardon him, he might still have to do a year, 9 months, or even longer than that. And I don't believe he is. I think 50 gonna be right there in his ear. And I think 50 is closer than Trump than Diddy is. You know, if that's the president and he want to use his power to pardon Diddy, you understand? As long as he do his due process and go through where he's supposed to go to, I don't have no problem with that. Do I want him out? No, I don't give a shit. But I think that he should do the time he's supposed to do, whatever that might be.
Just last month, Trump confirmed that Diddy had reached out to him. Immediately after, 50 Cent announced he would personally call Trump to urge him not to pardon Diddy. No matter what Diddy tried, he couldn't escape 50 Cent, who has been working tirelessly to make sure Diddy doesn't get away.